Oh, hey guys. Where are we going this weekend? Well, this weekend, Daisy and I are headed up to the Appalachian Trail, and we are getting on the trail in the Dennis Cove area, which is in Carter, Tennessee. Want to go with us? Let's go. All right, guys, we've made it to the Dennis Cove Wilderness area and on a section of the Appalachian Trail. Now, this is going to be the first time that we have been on the Appalachian Trail the entire trip. In the past, we've crossed over the Appalachian Trail, that sort of thing, with us being so close to the Appalachian Trail in our community. So let's see what it's all about. Beautiful day out here on the Appalachian Trail. It is hot. We came in this direction in hopes to get cooler weather from home, because home is supposed to be low to mid 90s. Here it's supposed to be low to mid 80s, but that's still hot. Still hot. But it's so quiet out here. Very quiet. We have gone 2.75 miles up this Appalachian Trail, and the creek that we crossed over several times, well, it was dry. It wasn't a creek, but you could tell that it used to be a creek bed. We didn't really think much of it when we crossed it. However, now that we're getting on up here a good ways, we have yet to see a camp or a water source. So that concerns us a little bit, because all the reviews said there was plenty of water, but now we're starting to wonder if the water sources are on the other end of this trail. So here's the deal with this trail. It is a point-to-point trail, 24 miles point-to-point. So it starts at the Dennis Cove area and ends at Highway 19E, which is near Elk Park. We had already planned on just walking up this trail until we were tired of walking and then turn around and go back, because we didn't have anybody to pick us up. Well, we didn't arrange for pickup at the end of the trail to do the full 24 miles. But as we're looking closer to the map, it doesn't look like there's any water sources coming up. The water source that we have on the map is the same water source that we've been crossing over, that is completely dry. And in Western North Carolina, we have had, while they haven't officially called it a drought, we've had very little rain. Very, very little rain. So it's been very droughty. So now we're concerned that that creek bed that we crossed over several times is in fact our only water source. So we have made the decision to turn around and go back down this trail. Where we parked the Jeep, the Appalachian Trail also goes in that direction. Not quite as many miles. It's not a trail that we had planned, but it looks like there's a falls down that way. There's also water sources, that sort of thing. So we're just going to wing it, head back down the mountain, look for some of those trails in that area, and see what we come up with. All right, we came back down the Appalachian Trail, and we're heading to Coon Falls. It's only about a mile down this trail. Make sure we have a water source, and hopefully, since it's a falls, it'll be a nice place to camp. And if not, we'll just keep walking until we find a cool camp. So when we were up higher on the trail, we didn't have any issues with bugs. When we first started this trail, the bugs were driving us nuts, and now the bugs are back. So I guess we are getting close to some sort of moisture. Looks like a creek ran beside this trail right over there, but it's very dry. So we're just hoping that when we get to the falls, that it's not dry too. Fortunately, we're not terribly far away from the Jeep. So if things go awry, we can always back up, regroup, and find something else. But I have hopes with Coon Falls that we'll have something. Man, this is some rocky shit. It's pretty big steps for our little legs.
Yup. The good news is we're going down towards the water. The bad news is we're going down.
Oh, man.
Because
Means we got to climb this thing.
I'm very excited about it. Very excited. Alright.
But the hope is we'll be rested.
Yeah. That's what I think. Alright.
We always have a ton of energy on Saturday mornings.
We always feel real good. I'll go down here and set mine up while you're getting your stuff.
Daisy and I both recently switched from hiking boots to trail runners because on our last trip we had waterproof boots, and what we learned is that while it keeps water out, it also does not, or while it keeps water out, it also keeps water in. So when we would go through creek crossings that were over the tops of our ankles, water would go down inside, which really sucked because then it took twice as long, or actually not at all, while we were on the trip for our boots to dry out. So people had suggested trail runners because they are not waterproof, they're lightweight, and they dry faster. So we are trying out our trail runners. Both of us picked up the Brooks Cascadia 17s, and so far, we seem to like them pretty well. All right, so we found the waterfall up there. So hopefully we'll be able to at least fill our bottles. But I don't know that there's going to be a place to camp up here.
Trying to find a spot. This one.
All right, so it looks like we'll be able to get water, but no camp here. So because we're such shorties, y'all are seeing how we have to maneuver to be able to get this one little fountain that's coming off of this monster rock to get our water. It actually feels really nice. That'd be some shit, you fall down the smallest waterfall that we've ever been across. Yeah, because the rest is just garbage. It's just barely trickling on down through there. So it's just garbage.
What the fuck? I'm getting it all over me, but not in my container. Okay, here we go.
I think the water looks a little yellow. Maybe it's just the scenery. All right, we're both finishing a bottle, and we're gonna fill our bottles back up because we're not sure where our next water source is gonna be. So yeah, and then we're on the search for camp because there's clearly not a place to camp here.
Heartbreaking. It's a little sad.
It is a little sad. We hope to be at camp by now, but that's okay. Several trails in the area. We'll figure something out. Hell, if we have to, the Jeep's not that far. We can sleep in the Jeep for the night if we have to. But
yeah, I'm not at all discouraged. Actually, I'm leaning more towards the bear resort.
The bear resort. So this being the Appalachian Trail, several places will set up like hostels and that sort of thing for through hikers. And there's a place called Bear something resort, Bear Den Resort or something like that. Anyway, it's supposedly they serve beer and pizza, and they set up to cater to the Appalachian trail hikers. So hell, if we have to, we'll go have some dinner at the Bear Resort. Maybe they'll have a place to camp. I don't know. It's an adventure. But we'll see where we go from here. Okay, so we just filtered our water with our Sawyer filter, and I know you can't really see it. Let me turn it around so you can see through the white. But our water is yellow, and it's not just the trees, it's yellow. It has a yellow tint to it, so we're hoping our water filters did not fail us. This bench sucks. Yeah, we're using the Sawyers, so we're hoping that it did not fail us, and I guess if we're up in the middle of the night with the shits, you guys will know. All right, after us freaking out that we wouldn't have water, there's a whole ass river right here on the road. But now we're on the road and we're heading to Bear Den Hostel, maybe? Bear something. Anyway, the Jeep is down that road.
Black Bear Resort.
Black Bear Resort. But the Jeep is down that road, maybe half a mile, we think.
Yeah, it might be like 3/4.
And where we parked, there was actually a bunch of trails in the other direction. So that's what we are, that's the plan. That's the plan. We'll see how the plan works. It's right off the Appalachian Trail. If you come on down the highway here in Dennis Cove, there is this cute little place called Black Bear Resort. And it's awesome if you're coming off trail. They have little cottages, they have tent areas, cabins, just that sort of thing. If you are looking for, they've got a store, they've got pizza and beer and snacks. So it's just and bathrooms, just a nice little place to kind of chill and decompress if you're spending several hours or several days out on the Appalachian Trail and want a place to stop. Yeah, we're being bougie. We're getting a ride back to the other end of the trailhead. Because who likes to walk on concrete? You know what I mean?
I only walk on the dirt and gravel and tree limbs.
Well, there's Bella. We are back at the trailhead and we are going in a different direction because there are water sources this way and we feel better about this trail than we did the last trail. So the little gentleman that rode us on the golf cart over here said that there are some nice camp spots a mile or two down. So that's what we're hoping for. Hike the Appalachian Trail, they said. It'll be cool, they said. We're not even on like a whole lot of the Appalachian Trail, and there's so many rocks to climb. Look at that. Straight up. So I know you can't really see them, but those are rock steps and they go way down there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But that's where Laurel Falls is, and the Appalachian Trail continues. So I guess that's where we're going.
Sorry.
You're good. All right, I think we might have found camp. There are several clear spots down there. And maybe even there at the end of the trails. All right, y'all, I think this is camp. We've got one really good clear spot, and then a couple of rocky spots. We're gonna see how we're gonna fit it all in here and make it work. But it's by the river, which will be awesome. We can go down and take baths, clean up a little bit, and there'll be plenty of noise so that we can sleep. Now, if you've been watching the channel, you've seen me do a full review on this sleeping pad, but I haven't actually slept on it yet. So it comes with a bag, and then it also has a self-inflating pump. And what you do is you fill this bag with air, and then you inflate the sleeping pad. You let the bag fill with air, and then you just roll it down. It's not a whole lot of airflow out here. And then you just fill it. I think last night was the first night that I had a really great sleep. Woke up a couple of times. It was actually a pretty decent sleep. Now this Kilo Scare Aero Cloud Elite, it slept okay, but I felt like it lost air through the night. My other Kilo Scare pad didn't do that. So while this one may be warmer, it's definitely quiet. When I sleep on it, it definitely lost air throughout the night. So, like I said, my other pad didn't do that. But all in all, yeah, it's a decent pad. So I am making Creole roux. I'm not a coffee person. And I have some bacon and some hard cheese. That's what I'm going to do for breakfast. Pack most of my stuff up. We're not sure how today's going to go. We're looking at the map. Since our trail kind of got jacked up, we're not far from the end of this trail, which is the Laurel Falls Trail. And then it runs straight into the Appalachian Trail. And of course, as you guys know, the Appalachian Trail is over 2,100 miles long. So our plan today, because coming down in here was pretty brutal, so we know we have to climb back out of here to go to the Jeep. So the plan today is probably to hike probably 3 or 4 miles in the direction that we're going. And then we're going to turn around and go back. When we come around, we'll probably stop at the waterfall, just kind of chill out, have lunch. Yeah, and then possibly head on back up. We're not sure. We're not sure. It just depends on what we run into when we go back, when we start on our trail. This plan for this day has definitely, or this weekend has definitely not followed our plan. But, I mean, our main plan is to hike and to sleep in the woods and see good scenery and enjoy each other's company. And so, we've done that. So, I feel like we followed the plan just fine. So, all right, let's get things together and finish packing up and head out on the trip. How'd you sleep, Daisy?
I slept so good. Girl, you hooked me up with that Kilos. That pad is the best pad by far that I've used, okay?
So, but you slept well.
I slept so good. So good. Like last night, yesterday, I was like, okay, the day didn't go the way we thought it would. It don't look nothing like we thought it would. Maybe we just go home tonight. Now I'm like, we go home tomorrow.
Because we slept so good, it's like, I don't even know. Yeah, that's the thing, is that last night it was like, we may go home tomorrow night, just because we sleep so shitty out here typically. But I know for me, last night was one of my best sleeps. So
we're definitely camping another night. I don't know where. Maybe here.
Maybe.
The AT's been letting me down.
For sure. AT's been rough. All right, so we are filtering our water and gearing up for the day, and then we will hit the trail. All right, so the first part of our trail this morning is so wild and crazy. First, we've got all these roots, and then look at these rocks. It looks like something out of Moldor or something. So there's the trail marker. There's also a trail marker there. Got a gnat in my eye. And as you can see, Daisy going on around the rock face there. So it's just a really cool piece of trail. Little area is absolutely beautiful. There's several sandy beaches back through here, and then this rock face is just so beautiful. Look at the lighting on that rock face. My hubs would love that lighting, like right there. Man, Jeremy, we could make some awesome pictures here, and just to spend the day and swim, and it goes all the way down through there. It's just gorgeous. Such a beautiful place.
I'm starting to think that out and back is like a bad idea. Because you know, like, it's always like, I know what's coming next. Except for with an out and back. I know. This is coming back.
Yeah. Yeah. So then the whole time you're going down it, it's like,
you just think about, I gotta come back.
I gotta come back up this shit.
Yep.
At least with the loop, you never know what to expect, and then once it's over, it's over. And what I think sucks the most right now is that we have to come back in this super sunny spot.
I know, this is
And we have to climb it in super sunny.
berries. You want berries?
Yeah, those are blackberries.
This one looks real good right here. I'm gonna give that one to you because I don't know if I can find another juicy one. Don't want to take that one because.
Look at those on top up there. Can you reach those?
Nope.
Don't think so? Let me in there.
I'm a little baby thing.
A little baby thing.
I want to film you.
It's like, hold on to my bag, don't let me fall. Ow!
Alright.
Yeah, just poke me. Blackberries, y'all. Now clearly,
Share the love or no?
yeah. Now clearly, don't just go picking random berries
I mean, or do,
on the trail.
but film it.
That one was juicy. So my sleeping system that I have set up is I have the kilo skier pad, and then I also have, this is just an Amazon find, it's a sleeping bag liner, and it works like a sheet, and you can climb down inside of it. And for these warmer nights, I kind of like that. Like last night, for instance, it was really nice. It was lightweight. I did get a little chilly, but not terribly. So the sleeping bag liner works really well as just a sheet. So I just crawl down inside of it. I also have the Kilo Skier sleeping bag. So if I do need that at some point in the night, I can pop it open. And the Kilo Skier inflatable pillow. And last night was one of my best sleeps with this setup. So I enjoy it. So that's how I put together my sleep setup. I don't actually open the sleeping bag or close the sleeping bag up like a bag because I prefer space. This sleeping bag liner is really, there's a lot of space in it so I can turn, but when I close the sleeping bag up, it's just a little too tight for me and it's a little uncomfortable. So I just use the sleeping bag liner, crawl inside of it, and then I use this as a blanket, and it works great. So Daisy, what do you think of the Kilo Skier?
I think the pad itself is phenomenal. Obviously, there would be wonderful if it was a slightly different way of blowing it up. But they do have the bag. But ultimately, you're blowing this bag up or you're blowing that up. It's kind of the same difference. I guess it gives you some breaks in between, right? You fill the bag up, then you roll it empty. You got that time to break. So the blow-up system's not ideal, but there's not a lot of options out there. And ultimately, the pad is worth the effort it takes to blow it up because this is by far the best pad I've used. And I've gone through 3 before this one. So I have some experience, some comparison. I didn't have to inflate it at all last night. It held air just fine. I did inflate it just before I went to bed. So I inflated it when we got to camp. And then a few hours later when we went to bed, I went ahead and blew it up a little bit more just because usually when things set, they settle and a little bit of stretching, so you'll have a little bit of change. But throughout the night, there was no change. It was perfect. I slept phenomenally.
What about packing it down? Did you have, do you feel like it took a long time to pack it down?
Nope. Open up the main valve, the big valve, and air instantly comes out. And then I just folded it over, rolled it up. Didn't take me but a second. And it rolls and goes back into its original packaging perfectly.
And so you feel like this pad has been better than the other 3 pads that you've tried out?
Absolutely, 100% by far.
Awesome. Sleep well.
Yay! A little early for us, but the good news is there's a fantastic swimming hole right in front of camp. So I think we're going to spend a little while out there just cooling off and having a good time, and then we'll come back over here for dinner.
All right, y'all, we found camp, and it's pretty awesome. It is right beside the trail, which is right there. But right there is the creek. And so hopefully we won't have too much traffic, and we're going to go take a swim. Ah!
Oh, just do it! Oh, no, it did! Ah!
Oh, Jesus, look at this. Jesus, look at this. Oh, 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 Jesus, look at this. Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. Ah, don't go!
It's fantastic.
Oh, this is very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Hey, you need to slide down that rock. Damn it! But I don't believe
Your
you.
butt's protected.
I think you just want the footage of me doing it. I don't think you're gonna do it when
I
I'm done.
swear I'll do it. I swear. I wouldn't do you that way.
Where's the grass? Where's that? Where's the shit?
I wouldn't stand up. No, I think we should do it by ourselves first, just to see what happens.
Okay.
Because if one of us dies.
One of us has to be here to tell the story.
Yeah.
It's not even sliding. Whoa, it's sliding. It's sliding on bare ass.
Yeah, so I should pick you up. Of course.
While I get my bacon cheeks out. Oh, it is. It is way flippier.
Daisy,
Yeah,
what are we doing?
we are cooling off our toes.
Why are we cooling off our toes?
Because I was bored and wanted to do something, so I thought I'd make a fire because I'm a sweetheart.
You are a sweetheart. You were real concerned about us needing heat.
In July.
Yeah.
But in my adventure to find some wood for a fire, a rock betrayed me. Did a little wiggle, the audacity, all right? And I may or may not have rolled my ankle.
So now we are icing it. And where better to ice it than icy feet? So, note to self, if you guys roll an ankle out here.
Everything's fine.
Yeah,
It'll be
it's not swelling too quickly, so that's a good thing. I mean, it's tight, but it's not like a monster swell, so hopefully it's just going to be a little sore, and it'll be a little tough probably to get up out of here, but who knows?
We have to climb a mountain.
That's
Just
all.
one mountain.
Just one mountain. Fortunately, we don't have too many miles to get out of here. It's just straight the fuck up. So
It's gonna be fine.
it's gonna be fine. We'll fill her full of ibuprofen and keep icing and go from there.
I've been worse.
All right, guys. It is the day that we go home. It's Sunday morning, and Daisy and I slept terribly, even though we were super comfy. But we have come to the conclusion that we went to bed too early. So we got to camp pretty early, and we just wanted to lay down, and we slept pretty good the first part of the night. And then then we tossed and turned the rest of the night. So such is life. It's what happens in the woods. So now we are going to hit the waterfall for a quick second and enjoy it, because we didn't really take some time to enjoy it when we came through the first time. And then we're going to climb Mordor
Mount Everest.
for the My Precious Ring or something. I don't know. Anyway, we actually don't have that far to go. I think it's like less than 2 miles.
Yeah.
It's just, we know that this little climb is going to be a little brutal. But all in all, yeah, let's go check out the waterfall, and then we'll say goodbye to you guys. Okay, we showed you a video as we came in of the waterfall, and it was just a quick little blurb because there was a lot of people and we were looking for camp. So we really wanted to stop back by this waterfall this morning on the way out, and this is why. And we're so thankful we left it till Sunday, because there's no one here. We came down this thing, and now we got to go back up. It's super steep. Not sure how long it is, but we're gonna beast it out. We weren't looking forward to it when we came down, and we're still not looking forward to it going up, but here we go. The way home. Holy crap. Yeah, we got nothing special to say except
All right.
I'm just breathing.
We made it, guys. Kim, how many steps do you think that was?
100 million.
It was 354.
Did you count them?
I only counted the step ups. So like when there was little spots were not our individual personal steps, just step ups.
Yeah.
354. Home stretch. Probably less than a mile, I guess, right? Like that's what's left.
Yeah, we'll
Then
go home
we're heading
early.
Home. Good day. We didn't take a break
Awesome.
once, girl.
No, we didn't. We didn't even use our poles.
We're bad bitches.
I think so.
Ah.
All right, guys, we are at the end of the trail. We are back at the Dennis Cove area, the parking area, and all in all, it's been a great trip. 100% did not go as planned, not even a little bit. However, what was really cool is that we both just kind of adapted to what was going on. We paid attention to what the trail was giving us, what we were seeing, and we just made those adjustments as we went along. How'd you like it, Daisy?
It was phenomenal. Ironically, I think I liked that we didn't really have a plan. We were just like, we knew where we wanted to end up each night. But I like that we were kind of just wandering around, exploring. Yeah. I like that.
We seen some things that we didn't expect to see, and so that was kind of cool. But yeah, we feel like we're really getting into our groove with this backpacking thing and learning each other's kind of our thoughts and our bodies and understanding when the other needs something or doesn't, and so it's really becoming a really awesome dynamic.
Yes.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and watched it to the end, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment if you liked or want to comment on anything that you've seen this weekend, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more adventures from Down South Adventures. Thanks for watching.